My pregnant sister-in-law ruined a funeral, so I said what no one else would. My cousin Isla buried her husband and all 3 of her kids. Same day, 4 coffins, lined up next to each other. Her 6-year-old son Noah was the only one left. He kept asking why his siblings were sleeping in boxes. No one answered him, because no one could. The entire room felt like it was collapsing. People weren't talking, just trying to breathe. And then my brother Caleb walked in, with his wife Sienna, late, smiling. And before anyone could even react, Sienna goes, "Okay, wait, don't be mad. We have news." I felt it instantly. That sinking feeling, my mom stepped in fast. "Sienna, not today." But she just laughed, like it was cute. I'm pregnant, dead silence, no smiles, no congratulations. Because across the room, Isla was holding a photo of her children, trying not to fall apart. But Sienna didn't stop. At the church, she turned it into a performance. Hand on her stomach, slow walking, soft little sighs every few minutes. Every time someone looked at her, "Sorry, pregnancy is already exhausting. You found out this week?" This week, people were holding each other up so they wouldn't collapse, and she's acting like she's about to give birth. Then came the moment that made people stare. She walked up to the front row and asked Isla's aunt to move. "I need to sit. It's safer for the baby." The woman she asked had just helped plan a child's funeral, but she still stood up, didn't argue, just moved. That's the kind of room this was. Grief makes people quiet, and Sienna took advantage of that. At the graveside, while they were lowering the coffins, she leaned over and whispered, "I can't watch this. It's too stressful for the baby." Then stepped back, checked herself in her phone, adjusted her hair. I wish I was joking. After the burial, we went back to the house. No one was really talking, just sitting, trying to exist. Isla was on the floor, holding Noah. He hadn't let go of her all day. And Sienna walks in and says, "Does anyone have something sweet? The baby's craving sugar." A few people looked up, confused. But again, no one said anything. Because who snaps at a pregnant woman? Apparently, Yumi, because she didn't stop. Every conversation, she found a way in. I've been reading about motherhood already. I feel things so much deeper now. I don't know how I'd survive losing my child. She kept saying it over and over. Until finally, she walked over to Isla, sat down next to her, and gently placed her hand on her stomach. I just keep thinking, what if something like this happened to me and my baby? Noah looked up at her, confused. Isla didn't move, didn't blink. Then Sienna said, "I don't think I'd survive it." And that's when Isla broke. Not loud, not dramatic, just completely. Like something inside her gave up. Noah started crying. "Mom, why are you crying again?" That was it. I stood up so fast my chair slammed into the wall, and I said, "Get away from her." The entire room went silent. Sienna blinked at me. "I'm just trying to relate." "No," I said. "You're trying to make this about you." Her eyes filled with tears instantly. "I'm pregnant. And she buried 4 people." I snapped. "She doesn't need your imagination. She lived it." You could feel the shift. No one moved. No one defended her. So I kept going. "You've been performing all day. The sighing, the seat, the comments. No one cares. Not here, not today." She started crying harder. Caleb jumped in yelling at me, calling me cruel, but I didn't even look at him. Because Sienna said, "You're stressing me out. If something happens to my baby," and I cut her off cold. "If you cared about that baby, you wouldn't be using it for attention at a funeral." Silence. Pure silence. She just stared at me, then ran out, crying. Caleb followed her, shouting the whole way. The door slammed. And for a second, no one moved. Then Isla's mom sat beside her, held her, and whispered, "It's okay." That's when the room finally breathed again. Later that night, my phone blew up. Messages, calls, voicemails. "You went too far. You made a pregnant woman cry." But Isla texted me, just one sentence. "Thank you for making her stop." And that was enough. The next morning, Caleb and Sienna showed up at my parents' house, demanding an apology. Sienna crying again, saying stress could hurt the baby. And then she said, "If you don't apologize, you'll never be part of this child's life." I looked at her, calm, and said, "Then raise it better than this." My mom gasped. Caleb started yelling. But my dad, he walked to the door, opened it, and said, "Leave." And this time, they did.